ukisema sweet potatoes uangalie ni carbohydrates ama ni starch ama
hizo kula kidogo ni starch.
ni starch.
Kula kidogo.
Kwa hiyo I can eat it, eh?
No, ati kidogo.
Kidogo, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Yes, lovely people, we are back again. Yesterday we had started this topic, but unfortunately something happened. I had to go and take care of it. So today I'm here again. We continue with the mind, issues of the mind. Issues of the mind. Issues of the mind means the brain, how we reason, what we talk about, and how our life is. So we had mentioned something yesterday, but the problem is, sometimes you get working. You start something while you are at work, and then you get an emergency. You have to go. Now, today is a good day of, at least in Kenya, there's no more rain. It has reduced. Yes, sometimes you might be having a crisis, and a mental health crisis relies most on how you take care of that condition, how you come out and help yourself not to crash on a condition that is being there. So we need to check and ourselves and know how to behave when there is a crisis. Jay Kingre, thanks, welcome. Welcome to the platform. This was a topic of yesterday, that's why I've come early, but we will still have our topics later on that was supposed to be today. Now, mental health. How do we help ourselves when we have a problem so that we cannot get a mental crash? There's some people told me to talk about this because it's important. Keeping your mind healthy during difficult times such as economic crisis or health crisis is important part of maintaining good mental health. Financial stress, illnesses, unemployment, and uncertainty can lead to anxiety, depression, and emotional exhaust. However, there are effective ways to help yourself not to get into depression and anxiety. And this one is very common when people get to financial stress, or sometimes you have a family member who is ailing with a chronic issue, having problem. People tend to fall into depression. People tend to fall into depression. So for this video of today, the life of today, we are talking about mental health at time of crisis. Mental health at time of crisis. Mental health first refers to a person. Let's talk about it. Mental health refers to a person's emotional, psychological, and social well-being. How socially you are. It affects how people think, feel, behave, and handle stress. You see, and now we are talking about that handling of stress, how a person handles stress, relates to others, and make decisions. Because sometimes you can have a financial crisis and then your decision making becomes so bad. See, you have a very bad decision making. Good mental health first. Good mental health first helps a person to cope with stress, work productively. You are stressed up, everything is as a sham, and you kind like cope with it and work productively as you are with. Some people when they have stress and they're going to work, you will just notice that there is a problem. The way they work, you just notice that this person has a problem. You get it? So we continue and say Good mental health helps a person to do what? To maintain relationships. So that when you are at work, the relationships that you are handling, you are having at work, they are not deprived because of your situation. Make healthy life choices. You've seen some people when they are depressed, they make some choices that are not good. Adapt to difficult situation. When we talk about mental health, those are the core values when you are at a crisis that you should be facing. Cope with stress, work productively, maintain relationships, make healthy life choices, choices that are vital, and adapt to difficult situation, even if it is during economic hardship or health crisis or any other problem that you may be facing. You see, those are the core values that you should handle. Let me repeat: cope with stress, work productively, maintain relationships, make healthy life choices, and adapt to difficult situation. It is very important to adapt to difficult situation in life, because you will wake up one day and things are not normal as you usually see. Now, there is something we need to talk about: ways to keep your mind healthy during tough economical or health crisis. How do you put your mind healthy? There is difference between mind and brain. We talked about it. These are just revision notes that we are going through. Now, the mind helps you to decide. The mind helps you to know the next move. The mind makes you to behave the way you behave. So, maintaining a positive but realistic mindset during a situation. mm, These are the things that you're supposed to do. Maintaining a positive but realistic mindset. Because when you are stressed up, sometimes you can do some things that are not realistic. So you should do this. Accept that some things are beyond control. Acceptance is the first. Is the first. Uh, Someone is really calling me up and calling me up. Let me nitakupigia tafadhali, nitakupigia. We see. Yes. uh, yes, continue. You see, acceptance is the first step of healing. The first step of healing, acceptance. Some people, when they have not accepted their fate, they get into depression. But when you accept how life is, what happens? You start having a healthy mind of knowing what to do next. So the second one is focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can control. Don't focus on things that you can't control, because if you can continue struggling to things that you cannot control, you keep on pushing your mind to do unnecessities. Unnecessities are things that you cannot, they are not valuable to your life. They are not valuable to what you really need in life. You get it? Hmm? Say the third one is avoid constant negative news exposure. When you are trying and you are getting negative uh, news exposure, you are trying to do something, and the things the people that are around you are trying to tell you that one you cannot, please try this, and you're trying. Get good friends that can advise you well. Don't watch media that is advising you on not good things. Media nowadays is like a pool. Is like a pool that holds a lake that holds Miriam Mumbwa. True, yes, it's like a pool. Miriam Mumbwa, welcome to the platform. Thanks a lot of being here. Now, media nowadays is like a pool harboring everything. Like you decide what to catch, like a sea that has fish. So if you are following the wrong media and you are struggling in depression or health crisis, you can start doing the wrong thing. So it is very important to start doing what? Choosing the right media to follow. Choose the right people to be around. There are some friends that may call you your friend, but these friends are not really your friends. They give you negative attributes towards what you really need. And you know, now we are talking about ways to keep your mind healthy during tough economical times or health crisis or any other type of crisis. Now, when you are having a crisis and someone is giving you negative attributes, what do you think you can be? You will crash because you lose hope with your life. You lose hope with your life, and it's not good to lose hope with life. There is something we call practicing gratitude for what you still have. You should practice gratitude with what you still have. Always know you have something and you have a stepping stone to something else. You get it? So it is very important when you take these core values. You are having a crisis, and under this crisis you want to make it, to follow, to step up on it. And you know, when it comes to crisis, there are several types of crisis that we face. Health crisis, yes, I mean health crisis. We have medical crisis. Both, it can be positive, it can be positive or negative. One, it can be yours positive, that is facing you directly. Negative, that is not facing you directly. So you see, I repeat, maintaining a positive mindset when it comes to sorry. Yeah, I will repeat the values when it comes to these attributes. One is accept that some things are beyond your control. Focus on what you can really control. Therefore, very important. Avoid constant negative news exposure and practice gratitude for what you still have. You see, that one is the first step, maintaining a positive but realistic mindset. Follow the four values that I've named. The second one is maintain social connection. Isolation can worsen stress, and you understand that. When you are alone, you are thinking deep. Your mind is not doing things as it is supposed to be doing. You will start having negative mindset maybe, and crashing maybe at a click away. So stay well connected with family members, friends, community groups, and religion or spiritual groups. You know, spiritual groups do what? They help your mind to stay positive. Spiritual groups, they help your mind to stay positive. Some friends may help you to gain and overcome some issues, but with friends you choose which kind of friends you are hanging out with. Community groups like therapy groups, they are very important. There are groups in churches, there are groups in social groups, social halls. You choose the groups that can help you. Remember, we are talking about maintaining a good mental health at times of crisis. At time of crisis, you see, talking to someone about your issue, about what you are worried, helps reduce emotional burden and prevent loneliness. Loneliness is the key value factor of depression. Loneliness. If you start feeling lonely, that is a problem. When you have a crisis, you may be hit more than 2 times. Now, we continue. Third point, establish a daily routine. The issue of saying I'm an introvert, you stay indoors, you stay alone, is a very bad thing. When you are having a crisis, or something is burdening you and it is facing you directly, don't say I'm an introvert, I like staying alone and thinking. Do something. Establish a daily routine. Uncertainty can disrupt normal life. Yeah? A routine creates stability. Stability of knowing what to do next and what to disrupt you from the crisis that you are facing. You see, you are trying to maintain your health, the mind to be healthy at time of crisis. Hmm? A healthy routine, this is what it does. You can do. Hmm? It refreshes your mind by regular waking up and sleep and keeping sleep times, work or study schedules, because some people are working, others are students. If you are a student, be positive. Do whatever you really need to do when you are at school or college or any vocational institute that you are in. But when you are at work, try to do the best at work when you are at work. You get it? When you don't have something to do, maybe you're just at home, there are so many things you can do. Cleaning, distracting yourself by cleanliness outside. Yeah, there are so many things. Creating some things. I see some women weaving. It is very important when it comes to creating the mind to be healthy, distracting yourself from the crisis that you are facing as you try to reason what is the next step. Exercising, relaxation time. Don't overwork. Overwork may break you. Number 4, manage financial stresses. Managing financial stresses is a very big challenge to everyone. This one is a very big challenge to everyone because sometimes you may find you're trying to help yourself to manage your financial stresses, but the input is lower than the output. What do you do when the input is lower than the output? Eh? You see, you have children, you have school fees, you have the normal daily uh, uh, things that you need to support your family. Hmm? But you cannot afford. You see, acceptance is the first step of healing. I started by that. But you will find some people they can't accept to lower the budget, so they continue stressing themselves into loans, giving themselves pressure of overworking, doing like 10 jobs a day when you have your input, the salary that you get or your income is lower than whatever you are supposed to be handling. So you continue maintaining your lifestyle with negatives. Acceptance, first step of healing. Create a simple budget. Hmm? Prioritize essentials. You want to maintain lifestyle and the cost of living is high. Imagine you don't have enough input that can make you do what? Continue maintaining the life that you are facing. Please think about your food, rent, and health first. Is the rent that you are paying worthy surviving for? Because if your rent is so high, what will happen? Food will be less. Do you have security for your health? If you are sick, can you go and buy a drug, even if it is over the counter of the hospital? Prioritize a simple budget for your life. If cost of living is high, your salary is the same or the input is the same, please try and do what? Just get a simple budget. Step down before you start planning how to go about again. You get, avoid unnecessary debts. A loan is a debt and you pay with an interest. So getting a loan to do something and you have no plans because you are seeing life has become hard, the cost of living has become hard, and you start surviving on loan so that you can maintain, you are doing a very bad mistake because you will still pay it, and loans have security. Maintaining your lifestyle with a loan is a crisis. And remember, you are undergoing another crisis. So it is very important when you have a crisis and you see things are hard, don't rush to get unnecessary debts. Start having simple budgets. Start creating budgets that can help you move without strain, help you move without debts. You get it? Look for alternative income sources. Hmm? I'm an engineer. I've studied for these years, and I cannot go to do this because that is below my standards. My friend, you have life to live, and your life is not a rehearsal. Whatever your profession is not you is not giving what you need in life. Remember, in life the necessities are food, rent, and health, housing. Hmm? As I've noticed, when your parents that you're growing and growing, and 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 things are becoming hard. Uh, our children are going to high schools, some to grade 3, 4. School fees becomes tough. So what do? We start getting loans instead of getting alternative incomes, because we are living in a comfort of getting salary and living a lifestyle. You get it? So it is important you look for alternative income sources. Income sources that can boost and add, but not go for a negative that is a debt. You get it? This one reduces financial anxiety and gives sense of control. Financial anxiety and reduces sense of control. Hmm? Because when you have stepped down and you reduced your liabilities, what happens? The stress and fatigue that you undergo reduces, because you can manage whatever that you are having. Yeah? Number 5, maintain physical health. Yeah? Regular exercise, balanced diet, adequate sleep, avoid alcohol and drugs, because they consume whatever that you need, and tomorrow you wake up with times 2 the pressure that you had. See, so avoid excess alcohol and drugs, please. Limit exposure to stressful news. That one we have talked about very nicely. Exposure to stressful news, constant exposure to crisis news, they cause anxiety. Hmm? Follow reliable sources of media. That one I've talked about. Avoid social media rumors that may pressure you around. Yeah, those people that say we do this kind of business, we make a lot of money, and in reality they are hanging around some issues, some funny issues to make money, and you are there thinking you are not making it like them. Avoid them. Hmm? Practice stress management technique. Number 7, stress management technique. Hmm? We will talk about it when it comes to some practices of complementary medicine, like deep breathing, meditation, spiritual reflection, mindfulness, listening to music, dancing, all those. Associate yourself with something. Seek professional help when necessary. It's very important to get a professional help, like a psychologist, a psychiatrist, counselor, or social workers. But remember, the first counselor and psychiatrist that you have is yourself. You know the right thing, and you can do the right thing if you need. Don't hold on things that are not necessary. Don't hold things that you cannot make. As we started, we say that. Don't hold on things that you know they are beyond you. Hmm? Common mental health problem during crisis, they are depression, anxiety disorder, PTSD. Those are bad. So as the first counselor you are, you follow the steps. Don't get into some issues that will give you PTSD. Don't follow to the issues that will give you depression. And you see, the most things that give people depression in life, people know. Even if you are going to a counselor, you know this is the problem that I'm facing, and this is the problem that I have. Before that counselor starts helping you, or psychologist starts, or psychiatrist start giving you medicine, you can accept the situation and step back a bit, so that you cannot reach wherever you are at times of crisis. Your mind is a very important tool to your life. So protect it with all means. Don't allow some things that are that you can manage to destroy your life. There are so many people that go to psychologists, psychiatrists, and counselors, and they don't get better because themselves, they have not talked to themselves. They are still holding on to issues that are distracting them, illusions that are distracting them. So it is very important to have a step of yourself, talking to yourself, and then you go to that second person who will help you professionally to maneuver and step aside from whatever that you are clinging on. You tell me that you are an alcoholic and you are addicted to alcohol. What is making you to be addicted to it? You are clinging to a problem that you don't want people to know. You are clinging to a problem that you are submerged your head and into alcohol, covering yourself in that cocoon. Please accept. Accept some problems that you know how to handle them. You know, when you are always taking medicine for let's say antidepressants. You have lost a loved one, your business is down, you have done good over years, you have done the best over years, but now it's coming down because time changes and some things never be constant. So businesses starts to go down, and then you start having depression. You start having taking drugs, alcohol. You are clinging to something that you can manage yourself and try to do the best. How? By taking the second opinion and trying to do the second thing that can increase your input. Instead of going to loans and debts, you should change. I've said taking a debt, maintaining lifestyle is a very crucial part in your life. So please don't do that. Start uh, getting out of your cocoon and thinking of plan B instead of going to depression to maintain lifestyle. And you see, if you maintain lifestyle with debts, the next thing you'll have is a crash. Now, engage in meaningful activities, learning new skills. That one I've said, when you are at such as a particular level of life, like let's say I'm a doctor and I cannot do this because people respect me as a doctor. People will laugh at me. That is where you go wrong. Food in the table is not being brought by your profession. It's being brought for your by your what comes in your pocket. So your profession helps that money, that paper to come to your pocket. If it is not bringing enough, and then you go to another thing to do, like a hotelier, I start doing a restaurant, the paper will still come into my pocket. It will not be my profession. So the constant flow of new life skills is important. You cannot stay in a cocoon of something that you've known for all days. Be diverse. You have a crisis, your pockets are running down, you have a health crisis, something else have come in, you are having a family, and you are living in a cocoon. Maybe you have utilized the cocoon until you cannot and the input is still the same. Please get out of that cocoon, learn new skills as you go. Try something, do something, make it happen to bring something in. Yeah? By engaging in meaningful activities, it makes your life good. The crisis that you are undergoing, at times you are distracted and you are creating more skills that can help you live the normal life. Living the normal life is having food at the table, having housing, and not the tertiary thing. If you have lived in opulence and you notice that there is a situation by input is going down, you start cutting it down. Hmm? Volunteership to some things that you can learn. Volunteering is a very important thing to distract yourself from depression and some crisis that you are undergoing. Reading is very important. Nowadays, people don't read. You go to libraries and you find that the seats are empty. I've gone to a library one day and I found only 3 old people reading. You'll never find young men reading. You ask a person the books like that the novels that we usually went through. This no one knows. The reading habit has gone out. You see, reading distracts yourself and it keeps you busy. But nowadays, reading, no one reads unless you are in school and you are reading for an exam. I've not seen anyone reading. The generation of TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube has made everyone to go online. Let me say, social media has made everyone to forget the reading culture, and we have the upcoming AI, eh? AI tools. If you want to know something at par, read, my friend. Books were written over time, and being written over time, it means they are so, our minds have different capacities, and you may find you have a brilliant capacity and IQ. By you reading, you are discovering more things. But by you engaging yourself always in AI, you want to know something, you Google, you go AI. It is depriving your mind to discover more things. If you go, let me take an example of the people that were the discoverers, the father of physics, the father of those people. If you read their documentation and you have a brilliant mind, you may find that you are discovering more and you are becoming innovative rather than going to AI. Artificial intelligence is good, yes, but when it comes to some professional like medicine, it is not good. It is not good. So if you are a person who is doing engineering, who is in the medical field, who is those courses that needs critical thinking, please don't depend on AI. Have a reading culture to distract you from some things. Don't go, you are having some, for people who are still in school, let me say college, you're having fees crisis and you are relying on AI. Go to the library, read, distract yourself. That fees will come as you read. Hmm? Creative activities like music and arts is very important. You notice I usually dance, and my page is full of music. It carries me away and I forget my crisis. It's very important. There are some people who are never in any they don't have any hobby. They are just there. Start doing something. Everyone has something that he can do. Engaging in meaningful activities. Engaging in meaningful activities is very important. Learning new skills, volunteering. You have time. Get to a vocational center, volunteer to do something. Read, go to a library, get a book, try to know how things are. You are suffering from a crisis. Libraries are everywhere with very many books. Go get that book of mental health. Start reading it. know how to fight this thing that you are going on. Remember, we are talking about maintaining a stable mind, a mind that is healthy. You get it? Some people do gardening. We love flowers. You go to their backyard, the horticulture they have done there is brilliant. You start feeling good. Hmm? But because you don't like going to the shamba, you have a good garden, you have left it to be weedy. You have to start stepping down when it's time to crisis to distract yourself. Make things happen. Purposeful activities reduce rumination and improve self-worth. You get it? Now, there is something called building psychological resilience. And you know what resilience is? That is point number 10. Building psychological resilience. Resilience is when you are failing, but you are stepping back and trying to do more. You are coming back with strong, trying to overcome what is killing you or pushing you down. Resilience is the ability to recover from difficult situations. This is important. How do we do it? Resilient individuals will always adapt to change. I was living this way, the life is now this way. I have to change my habits for me to live in this way. You get it? If you really want to start over again, and then you stay hopeful. Life is not just a stagnant line. Even the heartbeat is not a stagnant line, up and down. You stay hopeful. Use problem solving skills. Problem solving skills is not being silent, it's not being staying alone, it's not suffering from depression. It is thinking, distracting yourself from that crisis to find an answer. You get it? It's very important when you are distracting yourself from that crisis to find an answer. This is what we call resilience. Recover from a difficult situation and start to walk again, trying to go where you are or higher than where you were. You get it? Seek support when needed. Good support. I've said when it comes to friends, think about the friends that you are hanging out with. Don't share with every friend whatever you are going through because of these advices. They may come in a negative way. Always don't go for debts. Think a way to handle yourself without big debts. Because living in negative ends up in a crash. Now, resilience strengthens mental health during prolonged crisis. Knowing how to downstep on your life so that you can manage your situation well is very important. You see, knowing how to downstep. Don't just struggle to maintain your life, getting loans, getting here. You don't want to start even doing horticulture. You have a farm, you want to office work, you want the white collar job, you want always to be start doing that second thing that you can do so that you can have good mental health. And you see, there are sometimes, those are 10 points that I've said. We have gone through 10 points that are very important. Let me repeat the 10 points that are important. When you have a crisis and you want to manage that crisis without crashing your mental health, one is maintaining positive but realistic mindset. I'm just repeating. Maintain social connections, establish a daily routine, manage financial stress well. I've not said you go to debts. Maintain physical health. Limit exposure stressful news, media. I've talked about media and some friends also who gives you funny news every time. Practice stress management techniques, prayer, mediation, spiritual reflection, mindfulness. We have talked about them. Seek professional help when necessary. engage in meaningful activities, and build psychological resilience. Recovering, stepping back when you are strong, recovering from a very funny experience. You get it? There are some warning signs of mental health problems. Now, during these tough times, you have a crisis. You should watch yourself with symptoms. This is very important and listen to it keenly. Persistent sadness, excessive worry, sleep problems overnight, loss of interest in activity, irritability. Someone tells you something and you are aggressive. Please listen, check that. There are some people when they are stressed, you talk to them, they start shouting at you. Those are warning signs of breakdown. Difficulty in concentration and social withdrawal. Yes, I've always said social withdrawal is very bad. Don't withdraw. Try get help. Uh, that is very important. I think we will at 16:30 we will go on with our talks again. We are continuing with issues of the stomach. This is a crisis one. Someone told me to talk about it. I think the person is happy now. Have a nice day and let's meet at 16:30 today as we continue with topics of our gastrointestinal system. Bye bye. Have a lovely lunch and day.